Hey friends, it's John Assaraf, and I want to talk to you about something that I call the quantum effect of success. And it starts around a story when I was 19 years old and I got into real estate. And the owner of the real estate company, Alan Brown, took me out to a street. And he said, what I want you to do is go up and down the street and knock on doors and ask people if they want to sell their home. And so being 19 and immature and not knowing any better, I started walking up the street, knocked on people's doors, said, hi, I'm John Assaraf and I work with Alan Brown Real Estate Company. Would you like to sell your home? And they either said yes or no. And in most cases, 99 times out of 100, they said no. And so at the end of the day, I would go back into the car where Alan would pick me up. And he asked me, how did that go? And I said, well, 99 people or 100 people said no. And he said, how does that make you feel? I said, well, to be honest with you, I really felt rejected and I really felt like I was imposing on them. And he said, well, that's okay. That's a normal feeling that I want you to experience and know. And the second day, he took me out. But before he allowed me to go to knock on doors, he gave me a little sheet of paper and he told me to basically memorize this word or this sentence. He said, hi, my name is John Assaraf. I work with Alan Brown Real Estate and I have somebody who's looking to buy a home in this area. Are you interested in making a move? And at that point, people would say yes or no again. But then the second piece of the equation was he would tell me to ask them, by the way, do you know of any neighbors that might be thinking of making a move? And in several cases on the second day, I had a few people share with me that, yeah, you know, Mary down the street or Joe down the street has an interest in making a move. They're planning on moving. So I got a referral or a lead. And when I finished that day, I basically had 3 or 4 people who I could contact on that street to ask them about helping them sell their home with or for one of our buyers. And why am I sharing this story with you? Well, a couple of things started to happen. Number one, I started to believe that it was possible for me to sell real estate. So it started with a belief that maybe I could do well in real estate. That was number one. Number two, the feeling that I got once I received some positive feedback from people caused me to get excited and to get really motivated to do it again the next day. And the third thing that happened was as Alan taught me knowledge, specialized knowledge of what to say, what to answer when people replied back to me, gave me more confidence and certainty. So the beliefs that he helped instill in me by giving me specialized knowledge and teaching me what to say, when to say it, how to say it, caused the emotion, the feeling of confidence and certainty that then allowed me to knock on doors on my own. And as a young real estate agent being 19 years old, I knocked on doors every day for an hour or 2 or 3. And then once I mastered that and was making some good money selling real estate by knocking on doors, he then taught me the skills of getting on the telephone and saving the time of walking down the street. And telephone then gave me the ability to call more people. And when he gave me the specialized knowledge and the script of what to say, how to answer, depending on what people responded to me, I gained more confidence and more knowledge, and I was able to use the leverage of a telephone to be able to reach more people. Then the third thing that he did, just in the first 3-4 months that we worked together, he said, now instead of knocking on doors where people may or may not want to buy a home or calling on the telephone and speak to people that may or may not want to sell their home, he said, why don't we teach you a new script? Upgrade your knowledge to people who already have ads in the newspaper who want to sell their home, and I'll teach you a script, specialized knowledge of how to speak to them so that they respond to you and they move forward with you, even though they're trying to sell their home themselves. Now, why am I sharing this with you? Why am I calling this the quantum effect of success? Well, when you have the emotions around your motivation and your real reason for doing what you do, when you have specialized knowledge of having the right words, how to say it, what to say, and when you have the belief in yourself that gives you confidence and certainty, then you start to be in total synchronicity between your mind, your emotions, and your behavior. No matter what result you want to achieve in your life, you have to make sure that you have the right beliefs, the right emotions, and you've got to have the right behaviors, what to say, how to say it, who to say it to, and you have to know all the possible ways that that may go so that you are a pro and an expert. So if you want the quantum effect to work for you, take the time to learn from experts. Take the time to learn what to say it, how to feel, and guess what will happen? You'll start having more confidence, more certainty, and more importantly, you'll start to achieve your life's goals and dreams instead of just having them as goals and dreams in your head.